Hey everyone, welcome. Today, you know, in those days when you're forced to sell some stuff, sometimes you sell something and you regret it. And this was one of those times. This is not the fanciest action figure in the world. This is not my favorite character. It was one of the main figures I got when Iron Man 3 came out. It was the Build-A-Figure for that set. It wasn't technically Marvel Legends, although they fit in with Marvel Legends. And I really got the Build-A-Figure because the Kmart where I lived at was closing. They had all the figures. And they had them down to about $5 a piece. And I went, what the hell, grabbed them and got the Build-A-Figure. And honestly, I kind of liked it. I mean, I thought it was kind of cool. I mean, it was a lot more streamlined than a lot of the Build-A-Figures were. And, while it was Hasbro, I thought it looked better than some of the Build-A-Figures I had. So time marches on. You hit into that time where, you're hungry. And I actually sold this for $100 at the time. I did not spend that much to get it back. Its value has considerably dropped since then. But at one time, this big boy was fetching a decent price. And it's the only comic Ironmonger we have. So getting it again was a lot of fun. Because, A, I really kind of like Ironmonger as a bad guy. B, I really like the figure. I mean, even though it's very limited now, and it's very dated still. The bulkiness does limit the articulation quite a lot, and those shoulder pads get in the way. I don't feel like they ever need to update this. But, because you know what? The Ironmonger in the comics was a big, clunky suit of armor. And no, it didn't move well, but it had a lot of strength. And that was kind of the point. At least in my mind it was. The bulk and the strength of it were just hard to match. Now, some people say the figure should be bigger. I'm like, not everything needs to be 27 feet tall. I mean, it's significantly bigger than a Marvel Legend. And that's what you need. That's it. You don't need it to be the size of a house. I've seen people say that if you take the most recent 2-pack version of Ironmonger and Obadiah Stane, and you put that with the 1/18 scale versions of Iron Man 2, you've got what you need. I'm like, no, that doesn't work. He's not that damn big in the movie. Oh, Lord, guys. Some people are compensating, man. I mean, that's got to be it. I do laugh at those because it's just like, wow, guys, come on. I mean, there's different sizes and there's artistic license with those sizes. So, yeah. But, a figure this size right now would cost us $70, $80. Okay, maybe 60. But have you noticed this? I mean, every figure who's over, anywhere from the height of about 8 inches is getting a price tag that is ludicrously bad. And this is going to kill Marvel Legends because I'm sorry, I don't understand how the hell you can justify this. And I'm sure somebody will try to because they love Hasbro and think Hasbro is the greatest. But, you released these packs out, these 2-packs out last year with Hulk, with Destroyer, and, you have them with another figure, and they cost less than a single figure does now. It's kind of ridiculous that Odin costs more than the Destroyer Thor 2-pack. Come on. So yeah, if they were to redo this guy, I mean, he would be crazy expensive. They did the Detroit Steel one last year, was $50. I was surprised it was even that high or that low because I was expecting it to be in the 60 range. It was not a character I cared about, nor did I want it in my collection. I simply passed on it because I was like, I don't care care about that storyline. That was an easy pass for me. But when it came down to it, I was sitting there thinking, man, I did like that Ironmonger. It was just cool in his simplicity. And that's what I liked about it. And so I did make a good deal with someone. And, yeah, you know, sometimes your generosity comes back to you. Like, that's what I like about some things in the Fellowship of the Dollies. Now, although this person I would not call it the Fellowship of the Dollies, I would say this person is kind of adjacent to the Fellowship of the Dollies. I'm not going to dox somebody. But you know, gave me a good deal on Ironmonger, and I was really, really freaking happy about it, because it was just like, oh boy, I get to have Ironmonger back. And yeah, that just made it worthwhile. So, you know, again, it's like Hasbro feels like they're just gouging these damn prices as much as they can. And it's causing me to step away a bit from Marvel Legends. Now, the $25 is a bit much anyway for a single figure. But $60 for an 8-inch figure, it's like, give me a break. That's not conducive with me enjoying a toy line. That's just gouging me. The $40 for Joe Fix-It Hulk, I was never going to pay that. $20? I'm good. The $70, or was it $75 for Super Adaptoid? I was never, ever going to pay that. But, you know what? $25, I'm good. I mean, it's not, these things are not worth these reused molds. I mean, you know, and you know, I know some people are saying, well, it's all new stuff for Woden. I'm like, yeah, but these were reused and they were still costing out the ass. It's, come on. And then, let's not even start on that $35 Spider-Man from a couple of years ago that had nothing. I mean, Jesus. Hasbro's just, and you know, maybe I shouldn't be going on about Hasbro while I'm talking about this Ironmonger, but I just keep thinking, you know, I was waiting and waiting to see if they would release one, because they're leaning into that old school dynamic. You got Power Man and Iron Fist. That's old school as hell. You got Danny Keach, Ghost Rider. That's pretty old school. You got Death's Head. Yeah. I mean, I should have said yes. You're getting Moon Knight. You know, they're leaning into that old 70s, 80s aesthetic. And, you know, smack dab in the middle of that is Ironmonger. And I'm thinking, probably going to be next. But you know what? I bet you money, if they re-release Ironmonger, I paid for this one less than what they will charge at retail. And if I'm right, I will shout it. Because, you know, this is not a perfect figure, but it does not need an update. It is fine exactly how he is. And, you know, it's not often you can say that. But some figures, they just get it right. And I think with this Ironmonger, they were shooting to get it right. And I know some people are going to say, well, he needs a little more movement, or needs this. I'm like, that's the character. I don't agree. And I mean, you're fully welcome to disagree with me, no problem. You know, as long as you're not like an asshat about it. But at the same time, you know, the Ironmonger is, to me, one of those figures that's like, yeah, it's pretty special. I'm so glad to have it back. I think the reissue just would not feel. This one is just right. And I like it, and I'm good with it. I'm going to keep with it. That's that. There is no reason. We'll see if they will, but I probably won't. That's where I stand on this figure right now. That wraps up the video on